Bobby, my brother Bobby, who managed the campaign. Perhaps he could give us some idea, more up to date, of what the final figures were.
Well, I think that from what we got up to about 20 minutes ago, that you were winning by about 70,000. With about 100,000 more votes would come in. I think that plurality would remain.
That's out of about 2,250,000.
Yeah, I think that's about 5% of the vote.
Good, fine. Well, I guess you're glad it's over, aren't you, Bobby?
I am, Jack.
Okay.
Now your future is in your own hands, for no distinction is made between the native-born and the naturalized citizen, and no limitation is placed upon the distance that your own talents and abilities can take you.
Is right. The hour has struck, the man is here, and he is ready. Let us go forth from this convention telling the American people that we have fulfilled our responsibility to the nation. Ladies and gentlemen of this convention, it is now my privilege to present to this convention as a candidate for President of the United States the name of the man uniquely qualified by virtue of his compassion, his conscience, and his courage to follow in the great traditions of Jefferson, Jackson, Wilson, Roosevelt, and the man from Independence. Fellow delegates, I give you the man from Libertyville, the next Democratic nominee, and our next President of the United States, Adlai E. Stevenson.
John Kennedy of Massachusetts was an outstanding American. John Kennedy of Massachusetts was a great Democrat. John Kennedy of Massachusetts was a successful campaigner and a successful candidate every time he has run for public office. John Kennedy is something new. John Kennedy is something fresh.
United States Senator Estes Kefauver. Mr. Chairman, Pennsylvania wishes to cast its entire 74 votes for Estes Kefauver.
I believe that the Democratic Party will go from this convention far stronger for what we have done here today. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, recognizing that this convention has selected a man who has campaigned in all parts of the country, who has worked entirely for the party, who will serve as an admirable running mate to Governor Stevenson, I hope that this convention will make Estes Kefauver's nomination unanimous. Thank you.
Very happy to have our legal counsel here, our legislative representative here, assisting me and spending as much time as necessary to acquaint the American people with the fact that this is a strike-breaking, union-busting bill, in my opinion.
Mr. Harper, this bill is not a strike-breaking, union-busting bill. You're the best argument I know for it. Your testimony here this afternoon, your complete indifference to the fact that numerous people who hold responsible positions in your union come before this committee and take the Fifth Amendment because an honest answer might tend to incriminate them. Your complete indifference to it, I think, makes this bill essential.
to you today full of admiration for Senator Johnson, full of affection for him, strongly in support of him for majority leader, and I'm confident that in that position we're all going to be able to work together. Thank you.
To a fruitful America, to a peaceful world for mankind everywhere, is the great senator from the state of Massachusetts, John F. Kennedy. Wyoming's vote will make a majority for Senator Kennedy.
This is an important election. In many ways, the most important election in the history of this country. All of us in this room and across the country are united together in our devotion to this country. We wish to keep it strong, and we wish to keep it free. It requires, at this critical time, the best of all of us. And I can assure all of you here who have reposed this confidence in me that I will be worthy of your trust. We will carry the fight to the people and the poor, and we shall win. The obligation to devote every effort of my mind and spirit to lead our party back to victory and our nation to greatness. We are not here to curse the darkness. We are here to light a candle. As we face the coming great challenge, we too shall wait upon the Lord and ask that he renew our strength. Then shall we be equal to the test. Then we shall not be weary. Then we shall prevail.
Abraham Lincoln said in the election of 1860 that this nation cannot exist half slave and half free. I don't think in the long run the world can exist half slave and half free. And whether it moves in the direction of slavery, whether it moves in the direction of the communists, or whether it moves in the direction of freedom, will depend in the final analysis upon us, upon our vigor, upon our energy, upon our determination. And on that basis, on our commitment to build a strong country and a free world, I come to New York City on the steps of this old City Hall and ask your support.
I've received the following wire from Vice President Nixon. In that wire he says, Senator John F. Kennedy, Hyannisport, Massachusetts, I want to repeat through this wire the congratulations and best wishes I extended to you on television last night. I know that you will have the united support of all Americans as you lead the nation in the cause of peace and freedom during the next 4 years. In reply to the Vice President, I sent him the following wire. Vice President Nixon, Los Angeles, California. Your sincere good wishes are gratefully accepted. You are to be congratulated on a fine race. I know that the nation can continue to count on your unswerving loyalty in whatever effort you undertake, and that you and I can maintain our long-standing cordial relations in the years ahead. Sincerely, John Kennedy. To all Americans, I say that the next 4 years are going to be difficult and challenging years for us all. The election may have been a close one, but I think that there is general agreement by all of our citizens that a supreme national effort will be needed in the years ahead
to move this country safely through the 1960s. I ask your help in this effort, and I can assure you that every degree of mind and spirit that I possess will be devoted to the long-range interests of the United States and to the cause of freedom around the world.
Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed and to which we are committed today at home and around the world.
I hope I may say that I come not to Great Britain as a stranger. I spent many months here in the days before the Second War. Two of my sisters had the good judgment to marry citizens of Great Britain, and tomorrow I am about to assume my most sober responsibility, which is to become the godfather of a new English citizen. So
on crisis in Berlin, and there is. It is because of threats against the vital interests and the deep commitments of the Western powers and the freedom of West Berlin. We cannot yield these interests. We cannot fail these commitments. We cannot surrender the freedom of these people for whom we are responsible.
The President of the United States.
Good evening. This government, as promised, has maintained the closest surveillance of the Soviet military buildup on the island of Cuba. Within the past week, unmistakable evidence has established the fact that a series of offensive missile sites is now in preparation on that imprisoned island. The purpose of these bases can be none other than to provide a nuclear strike capability against the Western Hemisphere. I have directed that the following initial steps be taken immediately. First, to halt this offensive buildup, a strict quarantine on all offensive military equipment
under shipment to Cuba is being initiated. All ships of any kind bound to Cuba, from whatever nation or port, where they're found to contain cargoes of offensive weapons, be turned back. I have directed the continued and increased close surveillance of Cuba and its military buildup. I have directed the armed forces to prepare for any eventualities, and I trust that in the interest of both the Cuban people and the Soviet technicians at the sites, the hazards to all concerned of continuing this threat will be recognized. Third,